Rocket, Coach Pittman was in here the other day, and we're talking. You're at 242 pounds and stuff, and I was asking him if he liked that weight on you, and he said you couldn't cut anything off but skin. What is your body fat percentage at, and how do you feel carrying 242? I think you were listed at 227 last year.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I feel great. I feel like the strength staff got me prepared physically and mentally.
What body fat percentage are you carrying right now? And I mean, how did you increase weight that much?
Really, we did that a minute ago, so I don't remember exact body fat, but I know I lost weight and then gained it back by muscle.
AJ, how do you feel going into practices now after coming off a really good bowl game, and what was your offseason like?
I feel really good. We've been putting in work. Coach Souter's been making us put in a lot of work that we're not really used to. It's like a lot more volume stuff and like a lot of reps. And I honestly feel good. I feel stronger than I ever have.
Rocket, what are your thoughts on AJ? Coach Smith was just in here saying that he's kind of a can do everything now guy, as opposed to, maybe last year there was something that might have been missing, but now he's kind of a do everything guy.
Yeah, I feel like just not even just AJ, but in the running back room, we got more faith in each other since we know each other, and I'm just going in another year with AJ and the other guys. I feel like he got way more confident, not even just on the field, but off the field and even in the weight room. I'm next to him in the weight room. I feel like it's some days that I come in, not even lazy, but just not wanting to be there, and he give me the strength to keep going.
AJ, what's the secret? The running back room is the same room it's been for a few years, and I think there's other schools or other places where it wouldn't have stayed that way. What's the secret that y'all all have been here and stayed here?
I would say Coach Smith and just the way, like, we push each other. We all know, like, if we wanted to go somewhere else, we could play. But why do that when we have the best players right here that's going to push us to our best potential? So that's just – and we're brothers. So we don't hate on each other and, oh, he's getting this many carries, this and that. We just pushing each other to be the best we can.
Mike, your thoughts on that topic?
Really vouch what he's saying. With Coach Smith, I feel like he keep it 100. Coach Pitt, he keep it 100. But just playing with these guys, I feel like they're making me better, and I'm making them better.
Isaiah's another back from Florida like you. Just what have you thought about him and just that relationship there?
He learning. Both of the runners back learning. But I feel like he got the speed. He willing to work. Not even just on the field, but in the weight room as well. But I feel like he gonna have a great year, and he learning.
Changes on the defensive side with like transfers and newcomers and stuff. It's only been 2 days, but what have you seen from that unit that I know they're expected to take a big jump? What's it like going against the defensive line kind of every day with all the guys that they have?
I definitely say it's been a lot of energy. They bring a lot of energy, and I feel like that making us the offense go as well. The offensive line go faster. I feel like this is a tempo defense, and just the back end as well. They bring in that energy, and then with TC coming back, he been doing good and giving that energy.
Both of you, just what have you seen from Dominic as he's just working back, continuing to just get healthier?
Like I always say about Dom, I feel like he buy in. Things he went through. I feel like and just staying here and just coaching, just really respecting Coach Smith in a way and just trusting him and just trusting the process. I feel like he did that, and I feel like he was always in the room when he wasn't even playing last year.
I would say the same thing, and he's always been one to work and be one to push. Like I said, like we always all push each other, but he's the one that pushed us because when we first got here, that's who started. That's who we were looking after. That's who we were getting in there to sub in for. So he's always been like one of the leaders that we looked up to, and his work ethic always shows.
Also, there's going to be new faces that you're running behind on the offensive line. Is there anybody, outside of Brady and Bo that has stood out to you so far?
All the guys, really. All the guys. Because you really don't know anybody potential till they learn. You know what I mean? Because, whenever you're nervous or, don't want to mess up, I feel like nobody don't show their potential in a way because you weren't about what you got on this play or that play. But I feel like all the guys are buying in, and I always give a shout-out to Coach Souders. Just working on the little things so everything can develop.
Yeah, and to piggyback off that, it's crazy because like we have so many different offensive linemen and so many groups that we go with. Like we all rotate with all the groups, and it's crazy. Like all of them are good, and we all get different types of looks because they're all different players, but they're all good players. So it just gives us a visual of how things could look, how this could look, and from different fronts and things like that. It just gives us a different perspective of things.
Hey, Jay, you mentioned that you guys are all brothers. I was curious about the team as a whole. Is there any kind of different vibe or feeling about the team right now versus last year?
I would say I feel that we're way closer, but it's like, I guess because we're all basically starting over. We got a new staff, all that and stuff, so it's like we're all starting over and we're all just connected more because our workouts were more like bigger groups kind of, but I definitely say that we're closer this year than we were last year.
What was it like, in the weight room and stuff? We watched, Bo Limmer squat 700 pounds and everybody's jumping up and hollering and everything. What was it like? And you think that Coach Souders kind of helps facilitate that, the big group, like kind of you were talking about in that bond?
I feel like that get everybody together, and like I lift for Bo Limmer them, but I don't go that weight, of course. But I feel like lifting with them, they bring a lot of energy, and like no matter what. And with the squat, when him going down, it's crazy. But yeah, I feel like Coach Souders just bring everybody together.
Quick thoughts on Emmanuel Crawford. He's a walk-on, a little light, needs to add some weight. What is he like, and what's he brought to the running back room?
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, he fast, man. He twitchy. He twitchy. He a quick guy, you know what I mean? And just with both the running backs, just patience. We trying to show them patience is the key. And I feel like as a running back, you can be more patient than on a hurry, you know what I mean? And I feel like, just being patient, great guy, outside of football as well, but I feel like he's fast.
I'll say
from my perspective, me coming in, like playing high school football, all I knew was to go fast, fast, fast. So when he got here, when I saw that's all he did, and I'm trying to teach him, like, I know that's how you're used to doing things, but up here you got to be patient with it. Like, everything is not going to be super fast because then you could miss something. You could make somebody make a tackle just by going fast. So he got to slow down a little bit. But that's one of the things I, like, related to him on, and I try to, like, keep pushing that onto him so he can keep learning to do it.
AJ, did you have a point of emphasis over the offseason, what you wanted to do better, anything?
I would probably say mine was just being able to stop and go better. That's like one of the things that I worked on the most, but that was really it.
Kept your weight about the same?
Yeah.
I think you were one of the 5 who's recorded a 22 mile per hour. Did y'all get any kind of citation, any kind of thing for hitting 22?
No, we didn't.
Rocket, you went to Nashville. What did you think of that whole experience? Needed a lot of water afterwards because you talked so much.
I wouldn't even say a lot of water because I was just ready for it, and like Cal and Coach Pitt was saying, just it's like an interview. So just it went by fast. You know what I mean? And it was great to be there, and a lot of people don't get a lot of opportunities, but just expressing my feelings on certain things about with the new staff or whatnot, I definitely treat it like an interview.
Do you have any thoughts on Coach Smith saying you're kind of a guy that can do everything now? Is that kind of a fair way to maybe say where you are?
I would say so, yes, but I mean, I feel like all of the backs that we have are kind of that way, and I always looked at my way that self coming out of high school, but obviously there's always things that I can get better on. So, I mean, it makes me feel good that he says that about me and that the coaches think that, but I think that about all the running backs, to be honest with you, so.
Yeah, Rocket, obviously in Nashville and so far, everybody's been talking about, you stepping up as a leader, and you were pretty vocal today. Is that something that you're going to keep doing moving forward, and how do you feel about being a leader through the first 2 days?
Yeah, of course. Man, it's just a blessing to have that position, But like from the jump coming in, I always been quiet, so I want to stay quiet for sure. But definitely gonna be there to help somebody next to me, and just somebody in front of me because I want to be great as a unit, not just me.
And for both of you guys, Coach Smith emphasized that, it's a new competition between you guys every week for who gets the reps. How do you feel, about that and what excites you about this running back room?
Really, when it comes down to that, man, outside looking in, it's like everybody figuring out who's the 1 or who's the 2 or whatnot. As we see it, everybody gonna work, and Coach Smith buy in a way to help everybody develop what we need to develop, you know what I mean? Because everybody got different talent in a way, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's not something we worrying about, and, you know, and we just keep working, and, you know, that time going to come back. At the end of the day, it's like everybody going to get theirs.
Appreciate it.